Hey there, everyone. Welcome into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is day, I don't even know. Anyway, I'll fix it later. But I do appreciate you making time, making space in your life to check us out. If you like what I'm doing, please feel free to leave a like. I appreciate it. All the stuff. So, I had a little bit of a quandary. As you can tell, it's 1:30 at night. Well, 1:20, I should say, but it's because life is normal and we're back to doing the gig. That, honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to do, but we just couldn't make it work with the kids. And if we would have kept the kids, definitely could have, wouldn't have had to continue this, but there's only so much you could do. So we're back to 1:30 at night, a couple of days a week, maybe probably, hopefully not this late into perpetuity, but can never tell. So anyway, I watched I think it was probably a month ago, maybe a little bit more. I told you about this guy I found. And channel's called A Happy Fish. And he's an Australian guy that did this whole executor thing in 9 months. And I was like, what? The ever-loving insert expletive here. And so I don't know, ended up going back and watching, I don't even know how. I think I was watching his week 48 video, which is about where I am now. And the guy's got freaking Dr. Afra and all this stuff. And I'm like, say what now? Because I'm still working on these people. I mean, granted, I'm going after CLS. He's got CLS, but it's not a priority. He's got 3PO open, but, I'm sort of in this position where I'm still working towards Executor. And I'm working on these other ancillary teams while I'm waiting to get the relic stuff for Executor. And this guy's got Dr. Afro open. He's got, everybody that you need at Relic 5 or whatever. And I'm just like, what? And so what I did was I ended up going back and watching his first couple of videos. And in one of these videos, he mentions this guy that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, that I hardly ever talk about. And that's because his name is Darth Loquitur. And I'm not, if you want to call yourself Darth, that's fine. But when you come in and you're wearing a suit, correct me, it just screams to me that you might be a politician. And when you come in with the name Darth and you're dressed like a politician, guess who you're going to remind me of? A certain Palpatine. That's who you're going to remind me of. And I understand you're maybe that's your whole shtick. I'm just I don't know. If that's a shtick, if it's whatever, it's fine. Just know it's not for me. But anyway, I'm watching this guy. I'm watching Loquitur, and the guy friggin' looks like the Penguin. First of all, I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just where my mind went. And I'm watching him, and this holocron that he's doing, it kind of feels like a college level class. it feels like it's a 2-hour lecture on quantum physics or something. I mean, I know it's not, but that's kind of the vibe it's giving off. And I don't know if that's the vibe he was going for or what. But we have the Darth thing. Then we have this fact that the guy is dressed up like a politician, which makes you think of Palpatine. And then he's giving a college lecture. And all of these are like, you know, I'm going to run away from that. Just being perfectly honest. Probably 9 times out of 10, if not more, I'm going to run away. Because that's going to tell me, I mean, and I get that the guy's smart, and there's no denying that. It just doesn't connect with me. That's all I'm saying. It makes me squeamish, and that's just how it is. But I'm sitting there and I'm listening to him anyway, despite all of what I've just said. I'm listening to him because I'm a big boy. Even though I've just told you about all these problems I have with him, I listen to him and I'm like, and he's talking, and I'll admit, I think I've tried to watch this probably maybe August of last year. But let's be honest, that was 7-8 months ago that I tried to watch this, and I had never gone back to it. And the amount, I mean, if I've been playing this game for just over a year, less than a year on this account, just over a year in total, about 13 months in total. So 8 months ago, I would have been at like month 5. I still have, I'm still telling you guys about stuff I'm learning every day, even during month 13. Why? And I think this is important because as much talk as Nooch and Gerbil and all these guys do about the game, they essentially don't tell you, hey, I mean, and even Sanjita, they're like, hey, get this, you should start out farming this guy. You should get him to this level. This is the team you should start out with. You should get him to this level. And then you should get this guy, and then you should move on to this team. And that's the way all these farming guys are built up. So it's like a typical farming guy is like, hey, welcome in. We're gonna start with, the first, you're going to do Troopers and Phoenix is going to help you get to Thrawn, and Phoenix is going to help you get to, Phoenix is going to help you get to Thrawn and Palpatine. Troopers are going to give you to R2, and then you want to go for CLS, you want to get this guy, and hey, you're going to plug in your R2 here, and you're going to get CLS, and then after CLS, you're going to get this group over here, and you're going to go get this guy, and then on and on and on. And it's like you're constantly moving, so you're like, oh, so what you're telling me is I'm going to go get Phoenix to level 8, and then I'm going to go get Palpy and Thrawn, and then am I ever going to come back to him? Why would I do that? And then, okay, you're telling me to get the Troopers and use them to do this, but then am I ever going to come back to him? And you're telling me to go get this CLS team, and you want me to take them to here for this, and then what happens? And then I have to go, and then if it's CLS, you're telling me, then I have to go farm bounty hunters, and I need to take them to where? To get Chewie, and then I need to get Han out of this place, and then I got to go farm Ewoks, and I want to take Ewoks how high? And it's like, and then I have to get Chupiel, and then I have to put this team together, and then you want me to come down here, and you want me to do all this stuff for Revan? It's like, what good does that do? And it's like, if you do that, you're never going to have any money. You're never going to have any gear. And it's like a rush, okay? You're doing a rush guide, you're rushing for executor. How do you get there efficiently? How do you get there? Do you just laser focus on there? Is there stuff you want to be doing in the background? Nobody explains this to anybody. And then you got friggin' Loquitur. You've got Loquitur giving you a college level lecture. And if you're a new player and you're really not vibing with him, and you're like, I mean, I get it. If it doesn't bother you, it's fine. And if you can zero in, you can listen to him. But I'm just going to tell you, 8 months ago, I was not in a position where I wanted to listen to a guy with that shtick. And so it's very, I feel like because of that, I did myself a disservice. Because I'm like looking at this guy, this happy fish, and I'm like, he's where I am, and I'm like, because we could have, if I would have followed that guy and I would have done that day by day, it'd been like, hello, but I didn't. And of course, we had all this hyper, we had all this light speed nonsense and everything else, and it's just, it was a mess. And I'm I'm not happy about it. But I know it was, because nobody will sit you down and be like, hey, this is what I'm recommending. If you need more help understanding this, you should go watch this guy's video. And beware that this guy has this going on, and here's the concepts you need to learn. I get that everybody's got a time crunch, but it's like, if you're really trying to teach new people, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to, hey, these are the mistakes I made. Here's what I learned. Here's how you can fix it. And for some of you people that have been playing for 2-3 years, congratulations. If you've got Executor and you've got SLKR and you've got all these people, okay. Just know that because you did it doesn't necessarily mean, and this is one of the fundamental things I think that we don't understand. It's just because you learn a certain way, like whatever, does not mean that your friend is going to learn the same way, is that I'm going to learn the same way. Just because, and I'm not saying that Loquitur triggered me. I mean, I don't, can I be certain that he didn't trigger me 8 months ago? No. I don't know. I mean, I didn't understand the game at the level I did. I wasn't into the whole thing. And I never really took time to understand it or even try to. Why? Because it's like when you go and you look through videos a day, you see Sanjita, you see Calvin, you see Astromech, you see Scribble, you see Captain Amazing, you see all of these people. I'm not sure how often. No, granted, I don't go look for Loquitur, but in my cursory glances, I've not seen him pop up. I don't see him as much as I see Sanjita or Nooch or you name it. I don't see them. I just don't. And, if you don't see them for whatever reason, you don't know what you're missing. And that's kind of what I figured out with Love Letter. Now, I didn't have a lot of time to look at this video. I mean, I'm probably telling them that I got a little cold, my wife's been sick, and we still have the kids, and I had to go to work, and all this fun stuff, so it is what it is. But I am going to go back. I am going to try to see if there's any tips that I can pick up to try to enhance this whole deal that I'm doing here. If I can figure out something that's going to help me kick this farm or whatever into hyperdrive, I'm going to do it. Because I think it's important that I do it, because if we're just circling the drain and not doing anything, then I'm just wasting your time, and I'm wasting my time. But if there's something out there that I can learn from this loquitur this Darth Loquitur person, then I think I should do it, right? I mean, doesn't that make sense, right? I mean, I think it does. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to try to figure some stuff out, see if I can speed up my farm, because, I mean, efficiency is the name of the game, right? We all want to be efficient with whatever we're doing. And I need to try to be more efficient. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, my eyes are getting closed. I'm getting super tired, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate the time. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Hold the line. Bye.